I just thought I'd go live, since everybody's got their cameras on me 24/7. Thought I'd turn on my own camera. Because I'm just so tired of people being in my business and trying to think they're going to figure out what the outcome is going to be and all this and that. Like it has something to do with them and their life when they have no business being in my personal life that I never gave permission to be in the first place. So I've been on a phony watch list made by U.S. government for people that speak out against their crimes. So the criteria for being on this list is not that you have to be a criminal or you harm anybody or anything that's illegal in nature. Basically, all you have to do is tell the truth about their crimes, and then they want to try and figure out how to make you a criminal. So these government criminals are so insane that they will actually steal your car. And I've had 2 cars stolen 3 times. And let's see, how would they do that? They do that by putting a GPS tracker on your car, camera in your car. They've got informants following you around 24/7 by the GPS capability on your phone. So in real time, you're being followed by informants, whether it be on foot, in a car, any mode of transportation. They'll use to have somebody follow you everywhere you go, covertly film you with their cell phone, record you with their cell phone, pretending they're having conversations. Anywhere and everywhere, they're having you filmed and followed. So, and they don't limit it to places, that are public now. They bypass the law and they're filming you taking showers, filming you use a toilet 24/7. So basically, anybody that they've got live streaming at the moment is able to watch you take a shower. So I've had to now shower with clothes on for a long time because people are given permission to watch me shower without my permission now. So, and unfortunately, this is not only strangers, but the majority of my immediate family is involved in this. The father of my children is involved in this. That's how he got custody, because I became a person of interest. So they paid him to play a role and put a name and a face to the paperwork that they wanted, which was to tell everybody that they needed to kidnap my children from me. So they made up all these crazy stories about me that were never verified, no proof, no evidence, no nothing, and kidnapped my children. So they're using him to keep the children away because they don't want people to see me being a good, sober, working, loving mother, because then that would kind of mess up their whole little campaign they've got going, because they have to justify what they're doing. How do you justify something with no evidence, no trial, no charges, no proof, no nothing? How do you justify that? All they do is make up stories and follow me around. That's all they do. Well, that's all they do. So my own parents are even involved in this. They're watching. They're getting paid to stay home, sit on their ass, and watch me on camera and pretend they're not doing it. That's what all these informants get paid to do. So on camera, they have to pretend like they're doing something legit to cover up the insanity that is this, if you want to call it an investigation. Basically all it is they're paranoid because they don't want to get caught. They know I know what they're doing, and they know I'm not afraid to talk about it, obviously. So they think just the mere fact of pointing a camera at somebody that you can make them look guilty. Well, I can point a camera at somebody. Does that make them guilty of something? No. It means that I'm being a weirdo because I have no proof. Either you're going to provide your proof or you're just going to follow somebody around all day and film them. It's one or the other. It can't be both. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just so done with people smiling in my face and being in my business behind my back. And I'm just so tired of it. Like, I'm not stupid, and I'm worth a lot more than that. So I'm worth a lot more than a little bit of chump change from the government to follow me around. I'm not going to play this game and cover people's asses to keep them comfortable. I'm not going to do it, especially because of what's been done to my children and what continues to be done to my children. Me and my children are being used for profit. Me and my children are being used for profit. Everybody said, okay, government, we'll keep your secrets for you while this family suffers right here in silence. We'll help you keep your little secrets. Just pay us a little money. We'll play our role on camera and we'll call it a day. And we'll just smile and laugh like it's all okay. Knowing full well you would never want somebody to do that to you and your family. But it's okay to do it to me, though. It's okay to do it to me. Why not? It's the government, right? No one will ever find out. No one will ever do anything to you. You can just keep getting away with it day after day after day. Acting like it's okay. It's not okay. It'll never be okay. And everybody knows it. That's why they have to keep it a secret. Because if it was good and it was right, there'd be nothing to hide, right? If it was really what God wanted, then why would you have to hide it? Why would you have to pretend and lie and sneak around 24/7? So all these little scenarios they try to create on camera, it's just a distraction from the truth. Because they don't want to get caught. They don't want people to wonder, which people are already wondering anyway, because clearly there's something not right with the situation. Ain't nobody stupid. Why are we watching this person in the bathroom? Why are we watching this person in a shelter? Like, you're that desperate that you're gonna steal somebody's vehicle, sabotage their jobs, have people take their money, and then still follow them around to a shelter? You're threatened by someone who's living in a shelter with no car, no house, and you're still following him? Damn. That's pathetic. Our government is pathetic. Just some pathetic, coward liars. That's all they are. With too much power, too much resources. It's just abused. So if anybody thinks I'm going to sit back and smile and just go with the program, no. That's not what I was put on earth here for, is to just facilitate this nonsense, this foolishness, this evilness. It's not okay. It doesn't matter how many people do it. At the end of the day, it's never going to be okay. And the reason why they keep getting away with it is because everybody keeps helping them. Because they're too scared to fight against the government. And that's why they come against people like me, because they don't want large groups of people having a mentality like me and saying, fuck you, make your money hard with hard work like everybody else. No. No, they don't want that, because then they have to be like everybody else and work for what they have. They'd rather work at being evil so they can live off of people's tax dollars and not have to work hard, not have to be honest, not have to have integrity, not have to do the hard thing, the right thing. No, let's make it easy. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. Always has been, always will be. So you think I'm going to sit back and be quiet while my children go without a mother year after year after year, and they force my children to participate in this? My children have to watch me on camera, and they're forced to lie about not watching me on camera. My children are forced to be involved in this so other people can get paid and not have to work a normal job. Me and my children are not slaves. We're not a paycheck. That's not our purpose here on life, is to cover somebody's ass who's evil and destructive and lies and cheats and manipulates and tears people's lives apart. No, I'm not defending nobody like that. God has all the power, not the devil. So when you lay down and submit to the devil because you're too afraid to fight him, you think God's going to back you up? No. Mm-mm. So I'm speaking up for myself, for my children, because these people are criminals. They have no conscience, and they don't care what happens to me or my children. I do. Not a bunch of strangers that are getting paid that think it's some big joke. No, they don't care. All they care about is getting paid. So, yeah, unfortunately for me and my children, most of our family is involved. They're watching right now. They're getting paid. Along with whoever else is secretly live streaming. Whoever runs this shelter had to agree to have cameras in here too. Somebody had to agree to it. They can't just pop in here and put cameras in just because they feel like it, right? They can't bust in a building, right? Somebody has to agree to say, okay, put the cameras in here. Then they bring in their informants and have them participate too. They want everybody watching on camera, everybody tracking my every move, everybody sending them the information they want, because they're paranoid. They want to be in control of everything and everybody because they don't want their asses to be caught, because they know they're all the way wrong, all the way illegal. And if media or society found out about what they were doing, they couldn't do it no more. Mess up their little money scheme. So I'm not afraid to mess it up. I'm going to spend every breath I have doing what I need to do to get to my children. And I will get them. Tired of fake, phony people smiling in my face, doing all kind of stuff behind my back, treating me like I'm stupid, like I'm worthless, like I'm just some little old paycheck. Hell no. Hell no. And then the fact that my children are going through it too, oh hell no. And you gonna smile in my face, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna make jokes about it? No, this shit ain't funny. So your local police department, they're involved. Your local fire department, they're involved. They get a little cut from the money to participate in stalking a person of interest. This goes from city to city, state to state. They do this all across the United States. This is run by Homeland Security, and the sheriff's department trains their informants. They're all given the technological, or how do you say, they're able to watch on camera on their phone. They're able to track location on their phone, and they're getting paid for it. It's a 24/7 job. So everything you see on camera, it's pre-planned, it's scripted, It's a joke. It's a joke that they're literally using tax dollars to do this kind of stuff. It's disgusting, is what it is. So, but they're so insane and so paranoid of getting caught that they're telling themselves that if they just put the cameras up and tell people to say this and do that, then let's just hope everybody thinks it's legit. Well, clearly something's not right, because you're breaking the law by invading someone's privacy, watching them take a shower without their permission. That's illegal in the state of California. So why, if you're running a federal investigation, would you film yourself committing a crime? That's why they get so crazy when I say these things on camera, because then the lie is exposed. You can't hide no more. You can't pretend no more. They want people to think they're just filming me and I don't know about it because I'm some mystery criminal that they are going to prove one day that I maybe might be a criminal, and that's going to justify what they're doing right now. Are you serious? I'm such a crazy dangerous criminal that they can't really figure out what it is yet, but one day I might commit a crime and they might just catch it on camera. So let's just keep the cameras rolling. Like, are you serious? There's people out there on the street that you know are dangerous, but you're going to follow somebody around who you have no evidence of anything to prove anything. And mind you, they've been doing this for over a decade now. The father of my children never told me he was involved in this stuff, and then still went ahead and had children with me. And once I started to wake up and figure out something wasn't right, all of a sudden, I'm getting thrown into court, thrown into jail, thrown on the street for nothing. For nothing. Did they ever charge me with any crime? I've been thrown in jail at least 4 or 5 times in the past few years. Did they ever charge me with anything? No. Because I was illegally arrested and illegally jailed, and they knew it. They planned it ahead before they did it. How are they able to do it? Because they're tracking my location 24/7, watching everything I'm doing. So how in the heck are you going to track somebody 24/7, film them 24/7? You know where they're at, you know what they're doing 24/7, but you have no evidence of any crime that they committed for over a decade? My family was involved in this. My family helped this happen because I started to wake up to what was going on. They never told me they had cameras in their house. And they didn't want cameras in their house, because who wants to live in their own house and have cameras all throughout your house and be following somebody around your house on camera? That's why my family doesn't want me there. That's why they took my children away, because they never wanted to admit that to my face. But after they kidnapped my children, then I started to figure things out. God started to reveal things to me. Mind you, nobody has told me the truth to my face up until today. And they probably never will, because that's what's paying their bills, is keeping these secrets and participating. So all these theatrics and people saying this and doing that, they all know they're on camera. And they're getting paid for it. Even the phone calls are being listened to. Everybody connected to me is connected to this, because these government criminals are paranoid of getting caught. So they want everybody involved, everybody on board, everybody agreed to keep their mouth shut and have it signed on paper. Have everybody scared to open their mouth and tell the truth, so they can feel comfortable in their lies and keep taking people's tax dollars and then calling themselves heroes at the same time. Oh, we're saving society. We're keeping society safe. What, by stalking somebody? By stalking an innocent person who's not a criminal, who's not dangerous? That's how you're protecting society, is taking tax dollars away that could actually help people in need? And you're using it for something like this? That don't sound too safe to me. That sounds like we got some people committing a lot of crimes within the government. So the crimes are being funded with tax dollars, while other people suffer that could use the money. And nobody's regulating it. Nobody's trying to stop it because everybody's involved in it. And the people that don't really want to be involved either halfway involve themselves in it or they just keep their mouth shut about it. So that's good enough for the government. As long as you keep your mouth shut, we won't bother you. So, yeah, God didn't call me to be a coward and a liar and be afraid of the devil. He didn't call me to live my life that way. And he definitely made sure that we're supposed to speak out against people that can't speak for themselves. We're supposed to stick up for people who are less fortunate than us. We're supposed to tell the truth. We're not supposed to help the system hurt people. Anyways, yeah, I'm just so tired of it. I'm so tired of people watching me, being in my business, trying to talk about my business. I didn't sign up for this. I don't approve. Clearly, who would, right? So just wanted that to be known because I'm just so irritated, and that's an understatement, really. The fact that I'm able to stay calm and not react the way some people would react, that's by the grace of God. So, yeah, just thought I'd, put that out there because that's my job, is to tell the truth, or one of my jobs. And that's why I'm in this position, because that's what the government does to people like me. But that's okay. That's okay. God is good. God is working. And he's not going to fail me and my children. Apparently it had to go down like this so I could see the truth. So I could learn the truth, and then I could be the truth. So God has a plan, and I'm just going to trust him and do what he asked me to do. I don't care if nobody else sticks up for my children. I will do it. Because in no way anymore their childhood is going to get ruined because a bunch of cowardly, lying, cheating, selfish, greedy adults don't want to do the right thing by children who don't have a choice in the matter. And what makes me angry is all that stuff that they did was planned. They knew what they were going to do. They thought about it. They planned it. And they knew what they were doing to my children. And they went ahead and they did it anyway. My children were 3 and 6 years old. And I was trying to find a place for them to go because the family was going crazy because I knew something was wrong. All these cameras and all this weird crap was happening. Even before I knew there was cameras, I knew something wasn't right. They were trying to provoke me, to piss me off, to get me to do something crazy because they wanted to have a reason to get away with what they were planning on doing. So I tried to get my children out of the situation, not knowing they had the tracker and the GPS on my car. They had the cameras in the car. They had informants following me on the street. This was happening to me when I was pregnant. They were doing this to me. But they still went ahead. And mind you, my oldest son was born with a physical condition. My 3 and my 6-year-old were ripped away from me, and they both had been with me since day one. And people in my family planned this, helped the whole thing go through. They knew what they were doing. They knew they were going to hurt my children. They knew it wasn't necessary to do them like that, but they went ahead and they did it anyway because they were going to get their little cut from the government to write their little letters and show their face on camera in court. And they're still involved in it. And they probably can't say nothing either because their phones are bugged, their houses are bugged. So they're not going to say nothing. They have to keep pretending, knowing what they did to me and my children, acting like nothing ever happened. And they get paid to call me crazy too if I talk about it. Deny, call me crazy. Man. Whew. God is good. God has a plan. And I will leave it at that.